Pistons lose to the Knicks 4-2, series over. Congrats, New York fans. Congrats, Jalen Brunson. You and Riley covered this a little bit last night on the full episode, but I was not there for it. And you and I have been talking this series offline a bunch. Figured we would do it in video form for any Pistons fans that want to commiserate with us. What's your instant reaction, Cart? How devastated are you at the end of this series?
Damn, damn, is the my first initial reaction. It's tough when you go through the series and it's just a bunch of games that you were leading when it came down to like the last 4 minutes and you lost all those games. And to be quite frank about it, in those spots, having a lead in an ideal world, it should be I got Cade Cunningham, go close this out. That did not happen. We did not close games out. And it's unfortunate because that is our guy, that's our star, that's our all NBA level player. And he could not get us across the finish line in a lot of those games. And obviously, he's going to take a lot of the blame as he should because he's the best player. Also, some other things we can talk about that attribute to that. But at the end of the day, their star starred, our star did not star, and it hurts.
Yeah, Brunson is an infuriating watch, as has been well documented and became the talking point publicly of basically everybody, Pistons fans and non-Pistons fans watching the series. Brunson is also an all-time winner. I don't know how you can get around that at this point. Like his basketball legacy at all levels is that of just an all-time winner. He just is. And I don't like a lot of his antics. Obviously, there's a level of intelligence to baiting calls, and I hate it. But man, biggest moment of the series. Right after 2 minutes after Asar has just forced a shot clock violation on him. A minute and a half after they were down seven and the entire arena was chanting flopper as a play was reviewed, and he shakes Asar across state lines into
Hmm.
Indiana and buries that shot. That guy has my respect, even though it's infuriating how he does it sometimes. He owns me going back to the Villanova days. Like there's nothing I hate more than going against Jalen Brunson. I never have confidence that my basketball team will beat Jalen Brunson. And I think that the stuff with Cade is tough for me because I've been a loud critic of Cade on social media. I caught a lot of flack with Pistons fans for that. Whatever, fine, I get it. He was great this series. He was. He averaged what 25, 8 and 8. Like that's absurd. In your first playoff series ever, you're basically like he is a superstar. But that's what makes the fashion of this series loss so frustrating to me because I step back at the end of these 6 games. I don't feel like this team needed a growing period. They were good enough to win these games. They were up in four of them, like, and we lost two of the ones we were up in. I thought our vets played well enough to win this series. And I get like people are making the comparison, like, well, they got OG and they got McCall and they got Cat. Yes, all those guys are better than every complimentary Pistons piece, no doubt. But Cade is the best player in the series. He is. And that sort of evened this out for the first 46 minutes of every game. It's why this was such a close series. Because for the entire first 46 minutes, we had enough to win the games because of how good Cade is. And I get that the pressure mounts a little bit. The Knicks did a good job defensively of just sort of taking the ball out of his hands and sending two guys at him. But um, I don't know. It's a frustrating one for me because I think a lot of Pistons fans want the narrative coming out of this to be like, we're young, we just weren't ready. That's not my takeaway. I think the Pistons were ready. They were just as good as the Knicks in this series. And in clutch moments, Jalen Brunson outplayed Cade Cunningham every single game. And it's hard to get mad at Cade because he was spectacular over the full course of the series. But like don't you see like a level of tentativeness to him in late game situations that just feels different than the first 46 minutes?
Um, Maybe a little bit, and I don't know. Because honestly, I thought like a lot. I thought it was more missed shots than tentativeness, in my opinion.
Kind of only attempted like one late last night.
I thought he just missed a bunch of layups and shots. Like he go 0 for 8 for three?
Yeah, but that was over the full course of the game.
Oh, you're talking about just the end.
I'm talking in the final 3 minutes, you're up seven. And Cade attempts one shot when it's tied and it's a layup that doesn't touch the rim. And that's like, can I get you to the free throw line at least? Can I get, and I understand he's not getting calls. We got to work on that this summer then. Like that's no longer an acceptable outcome for me. Find a
Mm.
way to get your calls because the team needs you to get us free points. And game after game in this series, I just felt like, dog, one of our wins, Cade stood in the corner while Dennis Schroeder hit a contested three. Like, we're very fortunate we got that one. And we were up in that game and let it slip again while Cade watched. Like, he was just so dominant for 45 minutes, I felt. And then the final three, he was nowhere to be found pretty much the whole series. And I just don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, well, I think he just has to be better. And I think I said this last night when we were talking about it. Um, I just think that the step with him, obviously, I think there's steps to be taken on, taking care of the ball for one. He had a lot of turnovers in the series. That's definitely something that, I mean, I don't think he's ever going to be a low turnover guy given who he is and how much he has the ball. I feel like it's going to be a part of him. But you got to avoid the super high turnover games. And then the next step for him is, part of his ceiling, which I think is, you know, it is like a first team all NBA guy. It's what he can do when it gets to that time, right? Like it got to that time, and even in a fourth quarter, where by the way, Jalen Brunson was dog shit for the first part of that fourth quarter, and Asar Thompson had him in hell. But then
Yeah.
it came down to making the shots and making the plays, and he did, and Cade didn't. But Cade can do that, and he needs to do that for this team. And glass half full, I think he will. If he doesn't, then I'm gonna be a little bit shaken because I don't know where this team can go if he's not gonna be the guy to go win us games in that moment in the playoffs. And like I said, I hope he does. And I know you hate this, but I do lean on it. Like this was his first time in this type of setting.
It's a fair point. I'm not mad at that point. I feel like there's a lot of people saying that as if it implies like, we were never going to win this series. We're so young.
Oh no, no,
Like
we
in
didn't.
my opinion, we were there. We were right there because Cade was the best player. He outplayed Brunson for the first 45 minutes of like every game of the series. And then
We
it
were
just
there,
stopped.
and it sucks to be in the spot like you're there, and like you know you you as the sixth seed had the three seed on the ropes for most of the series, and you couldn't get it done
And like,
because Jalen Brunson is the clutch player of the year.
so we went 0-3 in home games, and in two of them we had a 6 point lead with 2 minutes left, and Cade
The
didn't
the
score against the
the
line.
the
Like,
most hilarious part of this though is that everyone is talking about Cade, which they should. Our star tweeter, Snapchatter, whatever you want to say about the team, holding up the sign above the games, just completely drops the basketball when he's wide ass open.
yeah, yeah. I
Like,
don't
oh,
know. And then
and I want to make it clear, he's missing that, by the way.
our
That was not going in. But dog,
our team account tweeting that at least we shimmied this year though. So I don't know what we do with that.
wait, did the team account tweet that?
Yeah, I texted you. That's why I was pissed off about this before this video. Dog, I'm my whole frustration, I get like in this
We
era,
no, we shimmied.
In this era of the NBA, I get that you're supposed to celebrate good seasons, and obviously this turnaround was incredible, and I am very happy with the state of the Pistons right now. But also, like, I just I watched this franchise win a championship. I have studied this franchise winning championships before I was born. This is one of the more storied franchises in all of sports, let alone in the NBA. And I just feel like we're moving like a franchise that's never won anything. And I don't like it. This video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. We have a special offer for you. Promo code SLEEPERS. If you're a first-time depositor, they will give you a bonus up to $1,000 that matches 50% of your first deposit, plus a free pick. And tonight's free pick is focused on none other than Steph Curry. Card, I got a question for you. How many points does Steph Curry average?
Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and say 29.
I don't have it in front of me, but that sounds about right. Certainly more than zero, I assume.
Of course.
Well, tonight's free pick, Steph Curry to score 1 point, higher than zero point 0.5 points. It's as much of a guarantee as you can possibly get. Underdog Fantasy, deposit as a first time user, put in promo code SLEEPERS. Make sure you get that deposit match bonus up to $1,000 and the Steph Curry free pick. Back to the video. Like literally the team account after this, after a loss that quite frankly we should have won. You should have won a game at home. Is like celebrating the season immediately after a loss with a graphic that says we shimmied of Malik Beasley, the dude who dropped the ball with a
Okay,
chance
well,
to
devil's advocate there. Like this team has been dog shit for the most. Like you're talking about a team that won championships.
and we're
Like,
tweeting like we still are, man. Like
nah,
go win a game at
you're
home in the
reaching.
playoffs.
It's a little bit of reach.
Go win a game at home in the playoffs. Don't hit me with celebrations after going 0 and 3 at home when
Oh,
you
we won
led
four,
two of the three.
won 12 games last year.
That's not us anymore. So let's act like it. Like
Okay,
shit, man. I just come on. Like which one is it? Are we real or are we not real?
I don't know yet.
Team was good enough to do it. We're not moving like we are collectively. And I don't like it. I got to figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
Where do they go from here? Are they gonna? Is the Booker shit real? What do you want?
Probably not. Um, I'm more concerned on Cade like fixing his stuff.
Well, isn't one of the solutions to Cade though being get a guy that makes Cade not need to be the guy? There's a
See,
world
the
here.
thing is, I still want Cade to be the guy. I just like, I think you look at teams that have won championships, they have like another guy. Like it's not just a one guy. Like I think the last time it was a one guy thing was Giannis winning it.
Even that he had good guys next to him. I don't know. It's like I think it's a fair question on like will Cade ever be like an isolation go get me one scorer
So I
over
will
guy?
say this. I will say this. I think Fanta might be right.
I don't like this path.
Fanta might be right.
You want to fire our coach after the greatest turnaround in NBA history?
Well, also that happens in the NBA all the time. Coaches get fired after they win championships.
I guess.
But no, I'm not saying that, but for me, I was watching it with Cade, and obviously he's such a good passer and he's so good out of the ball screens. But given who the personnel is and things like that, all you're doing is just blitzing. They blitz ball screens and they double Cade. And then like all we get is pocket passes to Jalen Duren. And I understand that. That's great. That's all good and well. But I don't know. I liked the most in this series when like they did stuff to get Cade like on the wing and it's just one on one. And if you got to do like the mid post thing or just go one on one, find a way to carve out space instead of everything having to be spamming ball screens with him.
Yeah, fair
So
point.
so to that point, like just another ball handler, like which I mean they played like Schroeder with him, but that's Dennis Schroeder.
I just want a bucket. I
A
want
bucket would
some.
be nice.
I want somebody that's just to give him the ball, get out of the way bucket because I don't believe that's Cade, and I don't think that ever will be Cade. And I'm not hating on Cade. I think Cade will be probably the second best young player in the leagues as soon as next season. It's like Ant Edwards, and then I think it's Cade. And if
Well,
you want to,
Wemby.
would who? Oh well,
Wem-
Wemby. But like, there's an argument like at least for a couple of years, Cade is more win now ready than Wemby is. Like
Yeah.
he's one of them ones. Like I'm not denying that. He averaged 25, 8, and 8. We're shitting on end game situation. The kid's absurd. But I don't think the shot's ever fully gonna get there.
hmm
Like he's an okay shooter. He's not a great shooter. And I just think like for his entire career, he's such an unselfish, pure point guard type that I don't think we want that to be the guy that needs to go score when we need one. Like tie game, 2 minutes left. Go get us one, Cade. I don't think that's Cade. I
Yeah.
think
I mean
for
he shot During the season, he shot 36% from three. He shot 17% in this series.
Yeah. I mean, he's better than that, obviously. And I don't know. The 36 is fine if he can do that his whole career. But I don't know. I just like Booker's a perfect fit because to me, the ball's in Booker's hands in a tie game with 2 minutes left. And we feel great. And Cade can just control the first 45 minutes. And but to me, if it comes down to final 2 minutes, he's probably just going to keep making pocket passes. So we need Duran to become Bam Adebayo then. Or I don't know, like there's a play here. Could you make a play for Giannis?
I mean, you want Giannis to have the ball down the stretch?
No, I like the Booker idea better, but I feel like the Giannis play. Shout out to Ethan from Locker Room. He texted me this yesterday. Duran, Ivy, and filler and a bunch of picks for Giannis.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I think anybody would, but like, is that plan A? What's the best? Because I think pretty clearly the front office knows they need to like go get somebody, right?
Yeah, that the one outlook of this is that you can't watch this series to me and have the questions that we had, but also not be like, all right, we gotta go do like we got something here. Like to your point, this team's good.
Team's
They
good enough.
need team's good enough. They need, but like you, if you want to advance and get to get to the championships that you talked about, you got to add something else.
Yeah, and by the way, good enough means they were good enough to beat the Knicks.
Yeah, both of these teams are getting boat raced by the Celtics.
I might have sprinkled Knicks plus, I think it was plus 650 or something.
Okay, could you? I didn't know we were in the business of throwing away money. And let's end with this. Let's
I'm a
end with this.
Jalen. I'm a Jalen Brunson guy.
That's crazy.
Ethics are overrated, dog.
That's a good take. But let me tell you something right now. The Knicks, for being the Knicks, right? That's America's team, Madison Square Garden, the basketball mecca, have not witnessed a more soft, and I use the word soft to refrain from using a word that I want to use about this Knicks team. And I understand it, and Brunson's nasty, that's fine. The rest of this team, even with Brunson, just a team full of guys that just rub me completely the wrong way at all times.
I like OG. OG just hoops, but
Yeah,
everybody
OG. Oh,
else.
yeah, OG. That's the one exception to me. The rest of them, the Villanova Knicks, piss off. Like I'm off that. Cat, really off that. Like I'm just good. Also,
I think Cat killed us, man.
Jalen Brunson is also 28.
What about that? What does that mean?
He's 28.
What does that mean? Did you not know his age?
He's 28.
Yeah, he's like in his prime.
20,
Correct.
28.
What does that have to do with anything? What is your point by saying his age?
No point. Just think on it.
I don't get what that means.
It could mean a lot of things.
Okay. Is this like a physical thing? Is that what we're saying?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just want to make it clear that I hate the Knicks. I hate
I
Jalen
think you've made
Brunson,
that clear.
and I always will.
All right. Well,
I
I'm
hate I hate campaign. I
I'm a
hate Danny
Brunson guy,
Pride.
man.
I hate Mitchell Robinson. I hate Tom Thibodeau. I hate Jalen Brunson. I hate Cat. I hate Josh Hart, and I hate Mikal Bridges.
I wish they had Julius Randle back because then I could tolerate the rest of it. I loved Randle and I hate Cat, but yeah, I'm a Brunson guy, man. Like, how could you watch that cross and not love that? I hated it,
Easy,
but
easy. I
like,
did.
well, yeah, of course I hated it, but like, you tell me we didn't watch that back. Like, it's the coldest shit you've seen this year.
Yeah, it's awesome. It'll do the same thing. Do the same thing it always does. Jalen Brunson will do this. He'll come back. He'll add another Villanova teammate next year. Make the Eastern Conference Finals. Never get over the hump because he's Jalen Brunson. And eventually, ethics prevail.
Man, I'd love to see my team's Twitter account celebrate
Also,
Eastern
Jalen
Conference
Brunson, go
Finals.
shake JB Bickerstaff's hand because Asar Thompson had your shit in the torture chamber.
I mean, I don't know how we can say that after the cross.
Sick
He
cross.
literally dropped him.
Yeah, the
He's
move was
not even
nice.
in the frame.
The move was nice. He's a good basketball player.
Torched his ass.
He's a good basketball player.
Unethical hoops, man. That's my
Fuck
style
him though.
hoops. My
Fuck him
style
though.
hoops. My style. If ethical hoops is just hiding in the final 3 minutes, left-handed layups that don't touch the rim, Ooh, we didn't get to the free throw line. I'm being proud of that. Ooh, we shimmied. Let's celebrate it. That's ethical hoops. Catch me on the unethical
That's
side.
fine. We'll end this with this though. You're a Knicks guy now though. Go be with Brunson and them.
No,
No, no. We're not doing both. Go be a Knicks guy.
no, I'm just a Brunson fan. I respect his game.
Go. All right, that's fine. I'm sick that I podcast with a Brunson
I
guy.
want to make it unequivocally clear I'm not a Nick.
No, you are. If you're
I
a
hate
Brunson
Cat.
guy, you're a Nick.
No, I hate everybody else on the team. I hate Cat. OG's the only other one I like. I love Jalen Brunson.
Honestly, could the Pistons get OG?
If Jalen Brunson and Cade Cunningham swapped spots this series, what's the final score of the series?
I think the I think the Knicks sweep the Pistons.
You think with Cade, they don't lose a game?
No,
It's a tough argument for me to buy right now. But okay. Who was better in game six?
the game that was just played,
The guy with 40 and the game winner, or the guy without that?
the 28-year-old.
Your hate is a very strong thing to break, man. Crazy.